Hello everybody, Brad Tapke, Mayor of Shakopee here. We've been doing a lot of discussion about the community center over the last 2 decades, really. There's a lot of things that are great about the building, a lot of things that aren't great about the building. My personal opinion is it is not a facility that meets the needs and the caliber of a community of our size, 40,000 people. There are a lot of things that we need to have done to get people to come together and get people allow people to have a common meeting place in our community. And so we've been working on this at Shakopee City Council for quite some time, and we will be coming to City Council on November 18th, so next Tuesday, to discuss this at length, the concept at length. And so I wanted to share it with you today just so you can see what we're talking about and where I hope at least that we're going with the community center. So Shakopee Community Center has a long and storied history. This is our community center as it was the other day. It opened in 1996 as it was built today. So nothing has been done other than cosmetic improvements on the building. It was built for $6 million of TIF funds. There's a referendum in 92 or 93 for the building that would have had an aquatics facility, a lot more amenities for the entire community on that referendum, but it did not pass. So 1999, there was another referendum for $14 million for aquatics, other additional parks, and that did not make it either. 2005, $26 million referendum for major expansion of the community center. 2010, an $8 million referendum for second sheet of ice, fitness center, and a senior center. That one also failed. What we've been doing, Shakopee City Council this spring identified the community center improvements as a priority for our community. We have a 2030 comprehensive plan, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done with that plan. And so the improvements to the community center meet with that plan. So in summer, we at a joint meeting with the school district, school board, and Shakopee City Council, we appointed a joint school district and council facilities task force that had 2 council members, Kathy Mokel and Matt Lehman. Also had 2 school board members, Matt McKeon and Sean Hallett, on the task force, and they discussed through the summer and fall. And recently, on November 3rd, they made a recommendation to the school board and to the city council on a path forward with regard to the community center. We'll get into that in just a little bit. So that's kind of where we've gotten and how we've gotten to this point today with regard to the community center. Also, sorry, that went through the Park and Rec Board on November 10th and is at Shakopee City Council on the 18th, which is this coming Tuesday, 7 p.m. Now, where this is all coming from is that I, as mayor, and other city council members get a lot of requests for our community center. This is an aerial view of the community center. It does not meet the needs of a community of our size, and there are some things that we have to do to it, in my opinion, to make it fit the community that we are today. So we need a second sheet of ice desperately for a lot of different reasons. We need senior center, and these are all things that people ask me about. So senior center, indoor tennis, gym space, indoor-outdoor aquatics facility, advanced skate park, more meeting space within the community, art gallery, indoor playground, theater space, homeless shelter, indoor turf, pickleball courts, multicultural center, racquetball courts, and these things go on for quite some time. Improvements to the fitness center, daycare, team rooms and dryland facility, and a lot of other things that I get on a day-to-day basis. And so there are a lot of needs that we have in our community that need to be filled and that can be filled at the community center. A very interesting opportunity has arisen at 5th and Lewis near downtown Shakopee, the Central Family Center. The school district has been utilizing this building. This is the original school, high school in Shakopee, and has been used for preschool and other community ed practices since then. But recently the school board has decided that they will be no longer using the Central Family Center into the future. School district admin offices moved out, and it presents a very unique opportunity for the community. So this is a building that's in downtown Shakopee where we're doing a lot of work currently, has historical significance to our community, has parking. School district plans to move out of this building, and it would be ready for us to be able to use with future improvements that would be needed. So what I would like to see happen is take the community center as it is today and use that as an athletics-focused building. So have that as an athletics focus, take Central Family Center, and use that as a community, arts, and culture focus for Shakopee. So a true community center that really helps to involve everybody in our community and not just sports. So at the community center that has athletics focus, have improve the fitness center, second sheet of ice, indoor turf, whether it be a bubble or a field house, indoor playground for kids in the winter, and also indoor-outdoor pool aquatics facility to really give places to go during our 18 months of winter that we have every year. Then over at Central Family Center, use that building. This idea really started to take shape when we worked on the old fire station as a community center. I was amazed and still am amazed at the number of people who came forward and wanted space and needed space to be part of our community and be available to the residents of our community. So we've got Beyond the Yellow Ribbon, the River Valley Theater Company, River Valley Arts Cooperative. We have needs for a multi-purpose room, homeless shelter in Shakopee, youth centers, multicultural center, leasing space opportunities, lease space for a coffee shop or a business incubator, additional meeting space for the community, and also a senior center, which is very important to me. So having an athletics-focused community center, having a community cultural arts-focused community center as well, using Central Family Center. This is kind of the crux of the idea. So how do we get this done? This is the big one. Everything that we do in Shakopee in the last few years has all been done through collaboration, working with a lot of other partners to get something better done than you can do on your own. And so we want to work with a lot of different people in order to get this project done. That would be the school district, different community groups, Scott County, sports associations, foundations, as well as St. Francis Hospital, Beyond the Yellow Ribbon, other partners that really want to help to work to get these types of things done, as well as the YMCA. So capital costs on this, how do we do that? Needs to be a shared burden by all in our community. It needs to be something that we all work on together to get done. The city can utilize existing funds that we've got fund balances. We can enact franchise fees for electrical utilities. We can work on different types of bonding for this community center that do not need a referendum. As well as the Shakopee School District can participate, sports associations can do a capital campaign, or we can break it down and do smaller projects and do it as a phased approach for the future. Now, the Center for Arts, Culture, and Community, what the plan currently is for initial city investment of $3 million. There are future needs for that building that are new boilers, renovations, things like that. This will get a kickstart on those future needs. And then along with a fixed annual amount for operations, then we also want to create partnerships and lease arrangements to manage ongoing operations and service and have that managed by an association that invests in the building investments, management, and renovations, all handled by an association separate from the city to really give that building what the TLC and love that it needs to make those kinds of programs work. Secondly, sports and recreation. What I'd like to do there, we got a field house, and that is $7 million. In this field house, it could be turf, sports, basketball courts, multi-purpose courts, multi-use things, that type of facility. Sheet of ice, including team rooms and a dryland facility, is $8.5 million. Fitness center improvements are $750,000. Indoor playground would be $1 million. Indoor-outdoor pool, aquatics facility would be about $15 million. So we're talking about big numbers here. Overall, this package in concept form, we haven't been able to dig into the numbers until you really get a good package put together. But in concept form, it's just over $35 million. I do not want to take this to a referendum. That is not because I don't feel a referendum could pass. There are a lot of different dynamics going on in our community, and I feel that Shakopee City Council has been elected to lead, and there are ways that we can get this done without having to take it to referendum, and that is what I would like to do. This project and this package must improve the lives of all Shakopee residents. To get this done, the City of Shakopee will not put any more than 2/3 of the investment needed into this. We'll need to work together with the school district. Schools would invest in things that make sense for them. Hockey, team rooms, ice, dryland facility, field house, whatever makes the most sense for this project for the school district, they will work together on, as well as sports associations working together as one major association will help to raise money. Through naming rights, buy-a-brick, donations, those types of things. Anything below the target that we agree on as a community for this will need to be picked up in future years as fees and through other fundraising mechanisms. And these projects will benefit all of the sports associations throughout Shakopee and do a lot of really good things. So the Facilities Task Force last week, a couple weeks ago, recommended to the Shakopee City Council and the school board that we move forward on a feasibility and architectural study on a cultural and arts and community center at Central Family Center, which is around $3 million targeted. That would include senior center, youth center, multicultural center, and then partnerships with theaters, companies beyond the yellow ribbon, medical facilities, etc. So whatever makes sense that we will fill out throughout the winter. Then also the second sheet of ice is another piece that they feel we should move forward with, $8.5 million. Field house of $7 million. Indoor-outdoor aquatic park, $15 million. Indoor playground of $1 million. As well as fitness center improvements of $750,000. So these are the facilities that we will be studying and looking at as we go forward here. Now, the next steps that we're at, I would like to see 2015-16 construction for this. That is a hefty timeline, but we'll see how it goes. So where we've been, November 3rd was recommendation. November 10th went to the Park and Rec Board. 18th is Shakopee City Council. Then I'd like to have that study, feasibility, and architectural reports come back to Park and Rec and the Shakopee City Council in February or March of next year. And then March have a final decision from Shakopee City Council to get this moving and have it ready for 2016. So we on Tuesday will be requesting that Shakopee City Council instruct staff to spend up to $50,000 studying feasibility of operations and building construction renovation. Viability for the following facilities. Viability of Central Family Center, second sheet of ice, field house, indoor-outdoor, aquatics park, fitness center, and indoor playground. So now we're not saying that we're going to go forward with these. We just want to look at them and really understand, does a field house make sense? We don't know yet if a field house really makes sense. We know there's a lot of need and a lot of want from the community, but we don't know for sure if that is the right way to go. So what we'll be doing over the winter is looking at these proposals and figuring out how they make sense and if they make sense, if Shakopee City Council chooses to move forward with this. Next is identifying non-referendum funding mechanisms for up to $25 million. There are a lot of different ways we can get this done, but we need staff to start looking at them and finding out how we can pay for this responsibly and intelligently going into the future. So we've got that. I thank you very much for working through this with me. And if you have any questions or need anything, please let me know. If you go to bradtabke.com/cc2, that will get you all the latest data and all the latest information on where we're at on this project. So thank you very much. Have a great day.